Hi students, welcome back to Chakravarthy E Classroom, and today also we are going to have one doubt clarification session. Total 4 questions I am going to take up which are sent by our regular students as part of doubt clearance. Okay, so generally I take doubt clarification sessions for all our students, and the same videos are posted free on YouTube also, so that even the other students may be benefited and they will be knowing what is the teaching methodology before taking a decision to join our institute. Okay, so I can say very frankly, these classes may be working out as demo classes for you so that you can understand what is the teaching methodology. All right, so as far as these 4 questions are, students, I have already posted these questions in our Telegram channel, and by this time most of the students must have finished those questions also. I advise all of you to join our Telegram channel to access some free classes. Alright, then coming to the difficulty level of these questions, I can consider these 4 questions as just moderate level questions only. Not very basic but moderate level, but not very advanced level questions. And coming to the timing, the reasonable timing is the students who have been practicing these questions after learning the basics can finish each and every question, each question in not more than 30 seconds. Okay, that should be less than 30 seconds only. Okay, let's start the question here. Take the first one, students. It's rather good question. Actually, this is from previous examination papers only. I've changed some numbers, that's it. What is this one? Out of 160 students in a class speaking Hindi, English or both, it's very important one. Hindi, English or both. Why is this important? I'll tell you now. Let me finish the question, reading the question. Number of girls is 60% of number of boys in the class. While reading the question only, you have to analyze. Out of 160, how many boys are there? How many girls are there? Easily you can calculate that without writing anything on the paper. Then the number of boys speaking only English, very important word, keyword. Only English is 50% of the number of boys, and the number of boys speaking English is 60% of the total number of boys. Don't get confused between these two sentences. I'll explain you. Then the number of students, on the whole students they are talking about, students speaking only Hindi is 40% of the total number of students, and 18 children speak both English and Hindi. Then what is the number of girls speaking only English is the question. See students, in our basic sessions in the regular course, in my regular course, I have taught these questions in a very lucid way so that even a beginner can understand that one. How to draw a Venn diagram, equivalent Venn diagram, convert the verbal data to a Venn diagram so that easily you can answer this one. We have discussed this type of questions in our regular course in percentages chapter as well as data analysis also, where you have to analyze the given data. Anyway students, before going further, just I would like to give you in a nutshell what is this concept, what is all about, so that even a beginner can understand this one. See, with a small example I'll tell you. Let's take in this way. Suppose there is a class, some number of students are there. Let's take it in the percentage. Suppose English and Tamil. Only 2 category Tamil speaking students are there. For example, you take, if you want to construct a Venn diagram for this one, let's go in this way. See, suppose this is English circle, the students who are speaking English, and this is Tamil speaking students. Always remember students, this part represents the students who can speak only English. Remember, only English. The basics I am teaching now, just for a while, 1 minute. Okay. Next, this part represents only Tamil speaking, and this part represents this one. Intersection part represents the students who can speak both Tamil and English, this one. Okay. Now, in the Venn diagram, here we have to represent the total. For example, if you take the total in terms of the percentage, it must be mu. We call it as mu generally in maths. Mu is equal to 100%. Okay. And another very important thing is that here one more part will be there. This is called none part in the Venn diagram. What do you mean by none part? As far as this chart is concerned, so this total circle represents English speaking students. Total circle, this circle represents Tamil speaking and this is only English, only Tamil, both English and Tamil. Remember students, if you add up only English plus both plus only Tamil, that is called the number of students or percentage. If you take percentage wise, percentage of students who can speak at least one language of these two. At least one language. I have given basics in a very clear way in our course, right? At least one language means this only this part plus this part, that is equal to at least one language speaking persons. One more very important thing, always remember this one, if you add up at least part plus none part should be equal to the total 100. What do you mean by none part? None means here the students who can neither speak English nor Tamil. Neither speak English nor Tamil, that is equal to this none part. Mathematically it is called none part. So at least this plus this at least plus none should be equal to mu. Now come back to this question. In this question you see how they have given out of 160 students in a class speaking Hindi, English or both. What do you mean by this one? Hindi, English or both. That means there is no none part. There is no none part. That means total 160 students should speak either this one only Hindi or only English or both. There is no none part. There is no none part. In this case, if you add up, suppose this is English and Hindi for example, if you add up only English, both plus only Hindi, only these three, if you add up these three, that should be equal to total. This is the very meaning of the given sentence. All of you got the idea, right? Here there will be no none part in that diagram. Now let us start constructing the Venn diagram. Very easily we have to go for, right, while reading the data only we need to analyze everything. How they have given, go for the first information. Out of 160 students, total number of students 160. Boys and girls they have given in this way. Number of girls is 60% of the number of boys. How to analyze this one? Now suppose boys are 100, right? Girls should be 60% of this 100, that is only 60. Got it? Now what's the ratio of boys and girls here? If you go for the simplification, this is 2 5s and 2 3s. So number of boys is to number of girls equal to 5:3. Now you divide 160 in the ratio of 5:3. Just go for this one. How to divide this one? 5 plus 3 is 8. That means total 8 parts is equal to 160. In our ratios class I have given this technique to you. 8 parts is equal to 160. If you want to go for number of boys, 5 parts is equal to how much? Now simply 5 by 8 into 160, or if you want to do it orally, 8 parts is 160 means 1 part is equal to 160 by 8, that is 20. When 1 part is 20, 5 parts 100. So number of boys is equal to 100. Obviously number of girls is 160 minus 100, 60. Or if you want to do it in the conventional way, 5 plus 3, 8. Number of boys is 5 by 8 into 160. That's one and all. Okay, so now I got the first data here. Number of boys and number of girls. Now start constructing the Venn diagram. Since they have given boys and girls, again they have given division among the boys and girls as far as these two languages are concerned. For that reason, let me make two separate diagrams. Alright, so first one, quickly go for this one because I have given enough introduction for you. Now I am taking this one for boys. This is boys chart and girls chart. Okay, so how it should be. Now what are the two languages here? Hindi and English. Let's take in this way. Suppose for boys it is English, it must be Hindi. Okay, even for girls also, let's take in this way. This is English and this is Hindi. That's it. Okay, as far as the data are concerned, if you take this one, as far as the data are concerned, right, two separate diagrams I am making. As far as the data are concerned, so number of boys here, the mu is equal to 100. This is 100. And for girls, it should be, mu should be equal to 60. And because of this word or Hindi, English or both, just now I have explained you, there is no none part either here or here. That means if you add up this one and this one, that must be equal to 100. Here also this one plus this one plus this one must be equal to 60. That's it. Now start the question here. Start depicting the data here. Nothing is there. You have to fill it up and find out what is this one. What is the number of girls speaking only English? This part. I need to find out this part. That's it. Now go for the data here. How they have given number of girls, that's over. Then followed by the number of boys speaking only English. Now you see, number of boys speaking only English is 50% of the total number of boys. So now total number of boys is 100. Number of boys speaking only English means this part is 50% of 100, that is 50. I'm keeping 50 here. Alright, then later they have given one more sentence here. What is that one? And the total number of boys speaking English is 60% of the total number of boys here. Now, the total number of boys speaking English means this circle. The whole circle is that should represent 60% of total number of boys. So, 60% of 100 is 60 only. The whole circle should represent 60 students here. Already this is 50. As far as basics of Venn diagrams are concerned, now here 60 minus 50, it must be 10 here. You know this one. Alright, what is this 10? 10 represents the total number of students who can speak both Hindi and English. Alright, now easily you can fill up this one also. How is that here? Simply, now here totally this is 50 plus 10, already 60. Total number of boys 100. So this plus this plus this must be equal to 100 because there is no none part. Now here 50 plus 10, of course that is 60. 100 minus 60, it must be 40. 40 is the boys who can speak only Hindi, that is 40. Of course, my question is not on this one, but to find out this, you need to fill up this. Later on, we will go for that one. Now, go for the next data, how they have given the number of students speaking only Hindi. Now, they are talking about total number of students who can speak only Hindi, boys and girls together. That means only Hindi means this part plus this part. So here this 40 represents the number of boys who can speak only Hindi plus number of girls who can speak only Hindi. That is equal to total number of students who can speak only Hindi. Okay. Now what is this one? The number of students speak only Hindi is 40% of the total number of students. So total number of students is 160. 40% means that is 2 by 5. If you simplify this one, 5 threes, then 5 2s, 32 into 2, that is 64. That means this 40 plus this should give you 64. That means 64 minus 40, this is 24. Simple. Okay, so this 24 plus 40 should be equal to number of students who can speak only Hindi. That's over. Number of students who can speak only Hindi, 40% of total number of students, and 18 students, not children, this one, 18 students. Why they have typed children? Okay, 18 students speak both English and Hindi. Now you see 18 students speak both English and Hindi. How to go for this one, students here? Total number of students who can speak both Hindi and English is 18. Now number of boys who can speak both Hindi and English is 10. But total number of students who can speak both Hindi and English is 18. That means 18 minus 10, that is 8. 8 is this one. Number of girls who can speak both Hindi and English. Now got the idea? So this 8 plus 10 must be equal to the total number of students who can speak both. Now easily you can fill it up here. How is this one? This 24 plus 8. So that is 24 plus 8 is 32. 60 minus 32 should come here. What is 60 minus 32? This is 28. If you add up this one, 28 plus this 20, 20, 40, 40, 48 plus 4, that is 52 plus 8, of course, that is 60. If you add up these three, that must be equal to 60 because there is no none part here, none part. Now all of you got the idea how simple question this one. To explain this one for me, it took ample of time, but while doing this question, I am pretty sure you can do this question within maximum of 40 to 45 seconds after sufficient amount of practice. Is it clear for all of you? In this way you need to go for the questions. Out of the 4 questions which are sent by our students, as I told you in the beginning of the class, this question is of a little good standard. Of course, this can be taken as only moderate level. Okay, now go for the next question quickly, students. Go for the second one. Second question. Again, this is based on the Venn diagrams only. You try to solve this question how they have given. In an examination, 63% of the candidates passed in English, 65% passed in mathematics, and 27% failed. Now you see, now you observe the difference here. First, 63% of the candidates passed in English, 65 passed in mathematics, but 27% failed in both the subjects. Then if 165 students passed in both the subjects, then what is the total number of students? This is the question. Right, now let's start with Venn diagram so that easily you can solve this question. But very important thing, students, while constructing the Venn diagram, if this is passed in one subject, what is that subject here? English. 63% passed in English, 65% passed in mathematics, but 27% failed here. So you cannot construct with different kinds. It should be either, it should be constructed, it should be, converted to passed, or these two must be converted to failed. Only then we can construct the Venn diagram. How would we go here, students? That's up to you. Now I'm just converting this percentage to fail percentage, pass to fail. If that is the case, clearly here in English, 63% of the candidates passed in English. In English, passed 63%, that means failed is 100 minus 63, that should be 37%. Okay, now as far as this mathematics is concerned, mathematics passed they have given 65%, that means failed is 100 minus 65, that should be 35%. Over. Now go for the Venn diagram here. Now I'm taking this one for English and this is for mathematics. It is the total diagram. Now the total should be equal to 100%, but students here observe very carefully. They have not given passed in English, passed in mathematics, or both. They have not given in this way. That means there is a none part here. In the previous question there was no none part. Okay, this is what I would like to explain you clearly. Now none part is there. What do you mean by none here, students? Here this is a failed chart, not passed chart. This is failed. When this is the failed chart, none is equal to passed in both. Okay, suppose if it is passed chart, passed in none, that means failed in both. In that case, it would be in this way. If it is passed chart, this part represents failed in both. Whereas I have taken failed chart, that means this none part should give you the meaning of what? It should give you that is equivalent to what is that one? This is a failed chart. That should be equivalent to passed in both. Why I have taken this chart, failed chart? Because here the data, you see how they have given 165 students passed in both the subjects. Data are that one. So I will find out the percentage here, passed in both. Now quickly go on filling it up here. Total English, how much here? English failed 37%. Total circle should be equal to 37%. Now here the total circle should be mathematics, that should be equal to 35. Failed in both is 27. As simple as this one. Now here what you will get, 37 minus 27, that is 10. Here what you will get, 35 minus 27, 3 plus 5, that is 8. Now if you add up only failed in English, the students who failed only in English, failed in both and failed only in mathematics. This one plus this one plus this one will give you failed in at least one subject. So failed in at least one subject plus passed in both. This is nothing but passed in both must be equal to 100%. Now clearly this is add up this one already, this is 10, 27, that is 37, 37 plus 8, 45. So now 45% of the students failed in at least one subject. Now total minus failed in at least one will give you passed in both. That is the logic. Now here 100 minus this 45, I'll get 55%. This is none passed. None failed. None failed means passed in both. Now here 55% of the students passed in both the subjects, passed in both. Now we got it. Now simply students, you just go by the unitary method here. This 55% is equal to, we have done many questions in this way, 55% is equal to 165. Then total is 100% is equal to how much? As simple as this one. Now 55 into how many times? This is 50 into 3, 150, 5 into 3, this one. So 55 into 3 times, 165. So 100 into 3 times. So my answer is 300. The total is 300 students. Is it clear for all of you? How simple? Even this question also, to explain this one, it took me this much time, but you can do it very, very easily. One thing is very important, the terminology is important. See the terminology, they have given one place passed in English, again passed in mathematics, but failed in both, failed in both. You need to convert entire thing to failed chart because finally they have given 165 students passed in both. Here in this diagram, I get 55% passed in both. So 55% is equal to 165, 100% is how much? Alright, now take the next question quickly. This question, you see how they have given. In an organization, there are 60% of the, in an organization, 60% of the employees are male. Take it in that way. Okay. In an organization, 60% of the employees are male. That means remaining 40% are female. Then 70% of the male employees are skilled and 30% of the female employees are skilled. If the number of unskilled employees they have given is actually not are. What happened to our admin team? I need to take care of this. Okay, all grammatical mistakes. If the number of unskilled employees is 920, then what is the total number of employees? Simple students, even you need not go for a Venn diagram. Simple calculation will give you the answer. Finally, what they have given, if the number of unskilled employees is 120. You try to find out what is the total percentage, because they have given in terms of percentage. What's the total percent of unskilled employees? You find out that percentage is equal to 920 and they are asking what is the total number of employees. 100% is how much? That's it. Okay, how to go for this one? First, let's start in this way. Let's take total employees as 100%. Even you can take 100 number also, that's up to you. Okay, now I'm taking directly 100%. 60% are male, so when 60% are male, remaining 40% should be female. That's it, this is over. Alright, next thing is 70% of the male employees are skilled. So this is skilled employees is equal to 70% of 60%. What is 70% of 60%? 76, that is 42. So 70% of 60%. I'll write it again. 70% of 60%, that is 76, 42%. Now 42% are skilled male employees. As far as female are concerned, they have given 30% of the female employees are skilled. So 30% are skilled. So 30% are skilled means 30% of 40%. If you want, you write it. 30% of 40%, that is 12%. 12%. Okay, now students, here total skilled employees, male and female together, 42 plus 12. So this is 40 plus 10, 50, 54%. 54% are skilled employees. Alright, when 54% are skilled employees, they have given number of unskilled employees. So unskilled employees is 100% minus 54%, that is. So 100 minus 54% is, that is 46%, isn't it? So this is 46. Now you can do here direct method also. What's the direct method? Since they have given number of unskilled employees, now instead of finding out skilled employees, directly you can go for percentage of unskilled employees directly. How is this one? Percentage of unskilled employees means now 60% out of 60% male employees, 70% are skilled. That means 30% are unskilled. 30% are unskilled. So 30% of 60% is, I am writing here 18%. Yes or no? 6 threes. Now here 30% of female employees. So 30% of female employees out of this 40% are skilled employees. That means remaining 70% are unskilled. So 70% of 40% is, what is 70% of 40%? 7 fourths, that is 28%. 28. Now total percent of unskilled employees is 18 plus 28. That's it. So same thing, you take it as 30 plus 16, 46. Directly I can get this 46. Instead of 100 minus 54, directly you can get unskilled percentage. Now final step here. What's the final step here? Simple one. 46% of the employees is equal to, how much is the number? That is 920. 46% is equal to 920 and 100% is equal to how much? So just multiply this one. This is 46 2 times. 40 into 2, 86 into 2, 12. So this is 2 times 92. That means into 20 times. 46 into 20 times is 420. Now 100 into 20 times, because I need 100%. I'll write here, otherwise I'm just taking it out. I'll write here 46% is equal to 920, 100% is equal to how much? Now here 46 into 20 times is 90, 100 into 20 times, that is 2000 is my answer. That's it. So 3 zeros, 2000 is my answer. Total number of employees is 2000. How simple question this one. Okay, so in the examination you try to do the questions as quick as possible. Now other method is also there. What is that? Instead of taking 100%, you can take total number of employees as 100 also. Even in that way also you can do, but this is quicker here. Directly 100% here. Male 60, female 40, then 70% are skilled. That means 30% unskilled. That is 18. Again that is 28. Add it up, 46. 46 is equal to 920. 100 is equal to how much? That's it. Okay. Then go for the last question here. This question, what is this one? It's a simple question. Actually, no need to write anything on the paper. Directly, if you follow our regular basic classes, in that those classes have given this question clearly. What it is exactly? The cost of an article last year was, now I need to take a class to my admin people, right? So it is not is, it is was. Okay, anyway, the cost of an article last year was X rupees. And this year the cost of the same article is 0.75x. Then by what percent the price should be changed to make it X rupees again? First, let me explain this question simply. Then after that, I'll give you the shortcut, still simpler way. The shortcut which we have discussed in our regular basic foundation classes. Okay, how to go for this one? The cost of an article last year was X. This year the cost is 0.75x. What's the meaning of this one? The cost of that article last year I am taking as 100 rupees. Let's take it as 100 rupees. Now this year it has become 0.75x. What do you mean by 0.75x? So that should be 75 rupees this year. Got it? So what happened if you compare that one to the last year? This year it is being reduced by how much percentage? 25% reduced. Now they are asking the question, how much percentage it should be changed to make it again. Since the question has been asked on percentages, you are at your liberty, you can take any number you want. Okay, now the question is clear, students. I have taken last year is 100 rupees, this year 75, that means 25% it has been decreased. Now the question is, by what percent it should be increased to make it again 100? What percent it should be increased? What percent it should be increased, students? From 75 to 100. How much it should be increased? 25 rupees it should be increased, but they are asking in terms of percentage. How to calculate this one? From 75 to 100. That means 75 will become the base for you. From here to here. Previously, from 100 to 75 it is decreased. Now from 75 it is been increased to 100. So 25 upon 75. I have to show in terms of percentage, that is into 100. Simplify this one. This is 100 by 3. That means 33 1 by 3 percentage. Alright. Now how to do it with the shortcut? Simple, students. In the regular course, in our foundation course, we have discussed many questions of this sort. How is this one? So now first it is 25%, it is decreased. 25% is equal to 1 by 4. Alright. Then to get it back to the normal, how much percentage it should be increased? You have to search for that fraction which is more than 1 by 4. And that too, since the numerator is same, you have to keep the numerator same and the denominator 4 plus 1, that is 3. 1 by 3. How much it should be increased means 1 by 3. 1 by 3 in terms of percentage. 1 by 3 in terms of percentage is same 33. 1 by 3. Actually, no need to write anything on the paper. We have discussed many questions in this way. Anyway, students, let me close the session here itself. Alright, we have discussed 4 simple questions. Out of these 4, first question was a good question. First question was a good question. Try to practice that type of questions. You can expect many questions of this sort in recent competitive exams according to the latest pattern. The first one I am talking about. Remaining 3 are simple questions. Anyway, students, before closing this one, I advise all of you to join our regular course, because you can save ample of time because we have done all the things. I discussed all the topics from the basic level to the very advanced level. You can have the advantage of that one. So if anybody wants to watch some free videos or join the course, you do one thing, just visit our website chakravarthysir.com. Sign up there, create a trial account, then you can watch some free videos. If you like those videos, you can go for the regular course by purchasing that one on the website itself, or else you download our new mobile app, Chakravarthy E Classroom new app from Google Play Store. Then after that, watch some free videos and you can join the course of your choice. Even we have given the option of taking the course by subject wise also. That's up to you. Anyway, students, thank you very much, and I'll meet you in the next doubt clarification session. Thank you very much.